Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. I'm calling this video Barack Obama and the Nigger Code. And it's not because I'm a hateful person or a racist person. It's because the world needs to know what I am about to share in this video. And the purpose of this video is to help people overcome racism and to understand why so many of us have been programmed to hate others because of their race. So today, President Obama addressed the Congressional Black Caucus, and it wasn't Obama who scheduled this. It wasn't the Congressional Black Caucus who scheduled this. It was the Freemasons and Zionist Jews who run the show from the shadows. Look at this top headline from CNN today, September 17th, 2016. In speech, Obama expected to urge blacks to stop Trump. You know, we haven't seen headlines and phrasing like this for decades until the last 3 or 4 years when all of a sudden the mainstream media has started programming all of this racial divisiveness, mostly through police shootings. But there's been a lot of other headlines littered in, tying in, bringing in the world of professional sports, celebrity, and just things like this. You know, urge blacks. It's just not the terminology that's been used since, days of more racist past. So Donald Trump, this stooge that's running for Republican, that's just a puppet on a stick, just like Hillary, just like even Obama, just like every single politician pretty much in Washington, D.C., Donald Trump's been used for all this racial divisiveness too. You know, about 6 months ago or so, a black man was beaten at his rally, and Trump, his response was, he deserved it. You know, these are the types of things that fuel people. So anyway, notice that the gematria of blacks is the same as Donald Trump. I don't think that's a coincidence either. The Civil Rights Act happened in 1964. In 1968 was the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. It's been 48 years since 1968. The media all year has been hinting at a major assassination to come. Could be Trump, it could even be Hillary, could also be Barack Obama, it could be two of them. Could be all three of them. In 1968, there were two major political assassinations, Martin Luther King Jr. and Bobby Kennedy, who was running for president. If you've never seen my work on their deaths, you got to check them out, especially my work on Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X. Two major parallels between those men who both died at age 39. Notice that the name Barack Obama in gematria sums to 68. So does the full name Donald John Trump, whose business career began in 68. Special year for this nation. In addition to the assassinations of MLK and RFK, it's the year 911 was made the national emergency dialing code. The year World Trade Center construction began in New York City. The year Space Odyssey 2001 came out, the movie about technology overtaking man. 68 was 33 years before 2001. The year of 9/11, where the World Trade Centers and 911 came together. George W. Bush also graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones in 68. His birthday, July 6th, 68 days before September 11th. Anyway, here's what we need to get to. Today's speech to the Congressional Black Caucus, September 17th, 2016, a date with 42 numerology. And 42 and 59 are numbers that have been stamped all over black Americans throughout history. We're going to talk about that now, and I'm going to talk about the parallels between Obama, Lincoln, slavery, the Civil War. This might be the clearest presentation I've ever given on all that's coded into the name Barack Obama and the parallels between him, Lincoln, and Kennedy. So the number 59. The word slave equals 59, the word Negro equals 59, the word blues equals 59, Motown Records came out in 59, AIDS was supposedly discovered in 59 in Africa, in the Belgian Congo equals 59. Barack Obama is the 44th president, but he's only the 43rd person to be president. Only the 43rd person because Grover Cleveland counted as 22 and 24, so the count's been off ever since that. Obama, the 43rd person to be president, the 44th president. If you write out 43, it sums to 59. The date Obama was elected the first time, November 4th, 2008, a date with 43 numerology. He gave his acceptance speech in Grant Park, gematria of 43. Grant Park's the land of Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, the Civil War president. Lincoln was born February 12th, the 43rd day of the year. oversaw the Civil War. Civil War equals 43. Charleston equals 43, where the Civil War began. If you write out the number 42, it also sums to 43. 42, the number stamped on black people. The only two numbers written out that sum to 42 are 5 and 9, the numbers that make up 59. 5 and 9 sum to 42. 42 is a number connected to the Freemasons, who believe in order out of chaos and divide and conquer. These are the tactics they've used to rule over and govern over all of us for centuries. That's why they teach us to hate each other by the numbers. The Freemason symbol is the compass and square, instruments of measurement, building. Big G in English gematria sums to 42. G is the seventh letter. 7 times 6 is the method. 7 times 6 is 42. The word math in simple English gematria is 42. Look at these hateful terms that have been coded onto black people that all sum to 42. And remember, Freemasons divide and conquer. Boy, 42. Think about how people say boy in a derogatory way to black men. Brothers, 42. The most hateful word, 42. February, 42. Black History Month, which ends on the 28th day, which is the 59th day of the year. February 28th, the 59th day of the year. February, the only month that sums to 42. The name Martin Luther King Jr. in simple English gematria sums to 228. Think about the date February 28th, 2/28. Martin Luther King Jr., civil rights icon. Only American to have a holiday named after him. The word death in English gematria also sums to 228. Martin Luther King Jr. has that holiday because of his death by the numbers. The word Freemason, 42. Zionism, 42. The Freemasons pride themselves on being the invisible architects of society. They're builders, architect, building, 42. What Freemasonry is the New World Order. That's why the word new equals 42, war 42, World War 42, New Testament 42. The original published Bibles were 42-line Bibles. The New Testament, which equals 42, begins with the 42 generations leading up to Jesus. In Revelation, the book of prophecy that closes out the Bible, the beast rules for 42 months. New World equals 42. Think about how Christopher Columbus, paid for by the Catholic Church, the CC, discovered the New World. CC is a lot like 33. C is the third letter. 33, the number of Freemason obsession. Christopher Columbus called the people here Indian. Indian equals 33. So does secrecy, masonry, order, federal. Back to Obama and 42 and the racism code. Obama reopened Ford's Theater where Lincoln was assassinated February 11th, 2009, which is the 42nd day of the year. Plus that year it was also a date with 42 numerology. And show you something here about Obama. When you write out 42 as a word, it sums to 142. When you write out President Obama, it also sums to 142. First black president, 42, the number stamped on black people throughout history. In South Africa, the most hateful word for black people is kafir, which has gematria of 33 and 42. Look at Obama's legacy. Obamacare, 59. A lot like slave, being mandated to participate in a fraudulent healthcare system or being fined. It's a lot like servitude, not far from slavery. So here's Obama. When he first became president, here's the actor playing Lincoln at Ford's Theater. Let me show you something interesting about Ford's Theater and Freemasonry. Freemasonry, the big way is 139, the small way 58. Lincoln was killed by an actor in a theater, Ford's Theater, by the numbers. Ford's Theater, small way, big way, the exact same as Freemasonry. Exactly 216 weeks before Lincoln was killed, there was an assassination attempt on his life, February 23rd, 1861 at the Willard Hotel. Willard Hotel, the exact same gematria as Ford's Theater, is Freemasonry, and not a coincidence. With regards to the date, February 23rd, 2/23, Masonic equals 223 in Jewish gematria. In Revelation, the book of prophecy, written by the numbers, it says the false Jews, the synagogue of Satan will rule in the end times. Synagogue of Satan, 223. The Star-Spangled Banner, 223. Important number to the history of this nation. So get this, from the day Lincoln nearly assassinated to the day he died, 216 weeks. And the name Barack in English gematria equals 216, plus Obama's birthday is the 216th day of the year. Obama's name, Barack Hussein Obama, is a made-up actor agent name, not his real name. Show you something about the word agent and the word president. They both have gematria 47, special number to the Freemasons and Zionists. The Freemasons have something called Euclid's 47th problem, which is about establishing a foundation. They're actor agents, a major part of the foundation of their agenda. With regards to the Civil War, it began on the 102nd day of the year. Slavery equals 102. United States of America has gematria of 102. Special number to this nation. Barack in Jewish gematria also sums to 97, just like Civil War the big way. 43 connections, Civil War 43 the small way. Obama in Jewish gematria sums to 84, like his 8-4 birthday, like United States of America's 84, or 102 with the S exceptions, like the Civil War beginning on the 102nd day of the year. Obama in simple English gematria sums to 32, like America, like Jerusalem. This nation is a Zionist Masonic agenda. Date of establishment, date with 32 numerology. After the Civil War, or near its end in 1864, the U.S. Congress debated the first type of legislation that was seen as civil rights for groups of people who didn't have rights. In 1964, 100 years later, the Civil Rights Act would be passed. Civil Rights Act in 64, civil rights equals 64, like Barack Hussein Obama, who was elected the 44th president 44 years later. The name Barry in simple English gematria sums to 64. People say his name's Barry Soetoro. Probably not his real name either. Obama ran on hope. Hope sums to 44, just like Abraham. Abraham, the first president to be assassinated, just like Kill. Tonight he talked about the whole birther thing, birther 44. Right now, Donald Trump, who made that birther argument popular in 2009, an inch away from becoming the 44th person to be president. Think about it. Donald Trump at the beginning of the Obama presidency, now at the end as the stooge candidate, the latest actor agent. There's rumors that Barack Obama is Malcolm X's son. It would not surprise me at all. Malcolm X died on a date with a life lesson number of 44. His assassin's name, Thomas Hagen. I can just show you this. The assassin of Malcolm X, Thomas Hagen, in gematria sums to 44, and he got 44 years in prison. The number 44, when written out as a word, has the same gematria as April 4th. The first ever president to die in office died on April 4th. Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated on this date. JFK, the last presidential assassination, killed on November 22nd, 1963, the first day of Sagittarius. His brother Bobby Kennedy died at 1:44 in the morning. Lincoln dreamed on April 4th that he would be shot and killed. JFK was the 35th president, but the 44th term president. The word Catholic equals 35. He was the only Catholic president. 44, the last to be assassinated, killed in the middle of Dealey Plaza on 11/22. Dealey Plaza named after a 33rd degree Master Mason. George Washington, first president of the nation, Master Mason, 33rd degree. Look at this story from November 22nd, 2007, when Obama was starting to run for office. 44 years after JFK's death, new assassination plot revealed. And the story is that he was nearly killed in Chicago, where Obama gave his acceptance speech. 44th term president, 44th president, 44 years later. It's not hard to see what's going on. The number 44, the number 144, their numbers connected to time and killing. And what I'm exposing is how history has been created by the numbers, from staged speeches with racist or racial implications behind them, to ritual murder by the numbers, or even faking deaths by the numbers, which is also what might be going on. Assassinated by an actor in a theater. Both Lincoln and Adolf Hitler died at age 56 in April. They're both blamed for wars. They died at the end of wars. April equals 56. Both dead at 56. The word president has gematria of 56 as well. But just see how all these numbers come together. JFK killed on 11/22/63. The word Freemason the big way equals 96, like the numerology of the date. If you take all the numbers that divide into 42 and add them together, they sum to 96. Freemason, the small way is 42, the big way 96. Look at the word free in Jewish gematria. The only people who are free of the lies in this world are the people who are perpetrating them against the masses, which are the master masons at high levels and high places. The rest of us are enslaved to Masonic lies. That date 1122 also has the 33 connection. Again, Dealey Plaza, named after a 33rd degree Master Mason. Look at 33 in this nation. Delaware, Hawaii, Massachusetts, the only 3 states that sum to 33. That's the first and last. Obama born in Hawaii, supposedly. There's also a Hawaii in Kenya. And Massachusetts, the 6th state. The numerology of 33, 3 plus 3 equals 6. First, third, and 6th. Kennedy, 33. Secrecy, 33. Masonry, 33. Sirhan equals 33. Sirhan equals 66. Bobby Kennedy dead on 6-6. Robert equals 33. Kennedy 33. Robert Kennedy equals 66. Robert Kennedy dead on 6-6 at 1:44 in the morning. Show you one last thing. This CBC Foundation dinner, which stands for Congressional Black Caucus, has gematria of 191. The Society of Jesus is the name for the Jesuit order. The secret society within the Catholic Church, 191 is the 43rd prime. We know how this number connects back to Obama. The Society of Jesus is known as the Jesuit order. Jesuit equals 84, just like United States of America. Obama with the major 84 connections. Again, the Freemasons, the Zionists, the Jesuits, this is who your New World Order is. It's all synced up through Freemasonry, and they all operate by the numbers. So this is why Obama addressed the nation today. This is the hateful code for the number 42 on black people. It's exactly why Jackie Robinson wore 42. Dear Mr. President, if you're out there, I'd love to hear a response to this, I think if Obama responded to this information, it would be the most important thing he did in his entire presidency, Unfortunately, I think Obama's a proud you-know-what. A lot of people in this world will sell out for power and fame. Obama, the proud you-know-what. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.